good.
It's scary. I just expected the absolute worst. ESPN algorithms are way off again because I'm pretty close to done chaining myself. I'm gonna give Taylor
No. Yeah,
one
he'll
more
bounce
week,
back.
but Matt Ryan, man, he just ruins running backs and just ruins teams.
Wow.
We're alive. Let's go.
Oh, that's
Oh
funny.
gosh.
You guys
Perfect.
missed the Bo Nickel
Perfect.
submission. You
You guys missed the Bo Nickel
you missed
fight.
it all.
You're complimenting Jim. Not anymore.
Good. That's a great graphic. Oh, you should get one of those bad boys, yeah.
No.
That would be dope. Well, they're not going to give him somebody in the top 15 or anything, but they'll give him some either young up and comer or some journeyman that's on his way out, you know. They're not going to give him somebody legitimately good his first fight. Yeah. Oh yeah, you don't want that. That's a bad dude. Nice, nice. Yeah, they were doing a jujitsu. Yeah, yeah. Active.
Griff.
Yeah, he did.
Griff got Ben J saying he can't hear you on the stream.
Oh,
Correct.
that's so funny.
What up, Ben J? Thought you were going to bed.
Pussy.
Nice. Now that he's off air,
Pussy.
Tyler's talking trash. If he got on here, he'd be like, "Hey Ben, how's it going? We should
Buddy,
golf together
good to see
sometime
you.
soon." Yeah.
Want to go golfing? Yeah. Oh, you love Stone Ridge too?
Fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they updated whether they can hear you or not yet?
No.
Should I try getting the disclaimer underneath our video by dropping certain terms we're not supposed to say?
Okay.
Would he put up like 130 something
Cordero.
this week or?
Yeah, he's got AJ Brown and Hurts, and then Drake London's kind of a boss ass something
Yeah, I
word.
feel you.
Um,
I think you're right.
McCaffrey, they finally got him the ball more than like 8 times, and Cordero's kind of a stud.
He might be good. And Jalen Hurts is actually good at football and fantasy, I think.
I think he's just good at fantasy.
I think he's good at football, though. I think
We'll
the Eagles
see.
are good.
We'll see. And Scrodes has Mike Evans on his bench too, so that's a pretty big injury or suspension there, and he still scored league high. So
Yeah,
Screeds might have something going for him after an 0-2 start.
that would be cool.
Not
I'd be
really.
I'd be
I'm
game for
so
seeing
anti.
Screeds do well. Except
I'm
for he
anti
does well all the time.
Screeds. Yeah, I'm anti-screeds.
I don't.
He doesn't
that
have any
guy.
bad years. Either does Ben J, does he?
Not really.
He's always good too.
Typically, Wapben, bleep that Griff, is pretty good, but his team is 1-2 and just got a free win over Griff.
Oh yeah, because he played Griffey. There's no
Just a
way Ben's good this year. I'm sorry. I
just a
should.
gross win, and he thinks the funniest part is he thinks he's good.
Yeah,
Still,
he's not
it's
good.
like
If Griffin does any preparation, he's terrible in the lax league too.
Is he?
Oh,
He's been terrible. He's never been good in the lax league, Griffey or Schmitty.
Yeah, yeah, he's
What's?
awful.
Yeah, I won it before I left. My God, Griffey can't do anything.
I don't believe that you won the league. If you did, it's not a real league, unfortunately.
I won it, Wally, 2 years ago now.
Let's
Schmitty remembers. Griffey remembers. Kilo C. Miller
I remember.
remembers.
Hey, Ben J, shoot me a text if you can hear me. I think I'm back. We're ready to go. No
Or just
technical
type in the
difficulties.
chat.
I don't have the chat up on my docs here. You know, I made a really good decision today to update my broadcasting software just to see if it would break anything, and it did. So,
Atta baby. Hey,
OBS
let's see if we can
version
get.
28.
How many disclaimers do you think we can get under the video, depending on what words we say during the live stream?
I mean, we could break that rule pretty easily. I don't think that would be a very difficult challenge for us. Should we do a little around the league here? Should I show what we got going on that way? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
They can
sure.
hear me.
Let's go around the league.
Yeah,
and
that's
let's rip on some pieces of shit.
structure here, Griffey.
Let's
Let's
start
get the-
with the most pathetic. Oh, we already started with the most pathetic score in Griff. Next up,
Yeah.
Kirk. 0-3, father of two, just fucking.
Okay. Can I move it? Well, I can move. Yes.
0-3, father too.
I'm not going to.
That's just
Yeah,
what I
how are
saw
the,
next
you
on
know
my
what,
thing.
Griffey? Can you pull that statistic up? How are the dads doing this year?
What's that there, Schmitty?
How are the dads doing in our league?
Just an overall dad view. Well, first off, we have kind of the battle of a couple dads here. Kirk and KP hasn't gone particularly well for either of them. Hey, but things might be looking up for Kellen with Cam Akers there, which isn't saying much because the start was pretty rough. But Cam Akers is
true.
slowly overtaking Darrell Henderson, it looks like there. So might add another running back to the stable for Kellen. And his team isn't horrid. You know, when Deshaun Watson comes back, Amari Cooper might be, like, really good in fantasy even. Look at Devontae Smith's stat line from this week, 169 yards and a touchdown. So I think there's some hope for Kellen. We were pretty high on Kirk coming into the season. I don't honestly think there's a ton of hope for Kirk.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not good. He's got the. It's like Michael Pittman's like 6'4", 230, built like a Greek god, but he's unfortunately got Matt Ryan as quarterback. So
And
10
he's
10.4 might
he's
be
starting
as much
Carson
as-
Wentz, isn't he?
yeah,
Hey, I don't know.
that's true.
Hey, better than Joe Flacco.
Yeah, I guess so.
Carson, like
3 points.
30 points each of the first 2 weeks. Like could have easily.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
player ranked number 6 right now for quarterbacks.
Is he really? He's that high?
Yeah, he's doing.
Wow. So Kirk should probably honestly roll with him then.
Kirk actually, if you look at player ranks, like that compares scoring across by position, he has all really high performers. His wide receivers are Pittman, Deontay Johnson, like Marquise Brown.
Thanks, Mo.
But
Sorry, sweetie.
Pittman's top 25, and like that, just a week. Like he actually has a good team. He has Khalil Herbert, and Khalil Herbert might be the truth. So
Yeah, Khalil Herbert. Who's our resident David Montgomery owner in the league?
Park. I
Full on
believe.
panic mode for David Montgomery, I would say. Let's see.
Yeah, that Herbert kid is really good.
Let's go to noted pod fan Ben J, best pod fan in the league. Him and Jim are pretty darn good pod fans. Your sister Allie, pretty good pod fan there, Nick. So we got kind of
She's
a tight
good.
running
She's
that
pretty
way.
consistent.
Yeah.
But what's happened to Justin Jefferson as of late here?
I don't know. He just had to play other corners aside from Jair, I think.
Yeah.
You think that's the... Well, I mean, Jair wasn't on him that much, so it would have been nice to see actually more of him on matched up and shadowing him like we wanted.
I haven't... Has he not produced at all these last 2 weeks, or what?
No, they've been a bust.
Huh.
With wide receivers, I don't
Yeah.
know. Well, how's Cooper Kupp doing? Probably killing it.
Yeah, I mean, he had a touchdown last game. I saw that. Looked decently long, and
Like, prior to the season, you could have decided one over the other, and no one would have said anything to you. But now it's already starting to look pretty clear what the right decision was.
yeah. Yeah, who knows? Young season, but it's starting to look like that. Cooper is just really good.
I think I would have really liked the wide receiver trio of Jefferson, Cooks, and Robinson coming out of the gates here this year. I thought Robinson is the number 2 in what might have been a potent Rams offense coming off the Super Bowl. I was thinking he was going to have a big bounce back. Hasn't happened so far. So those 3 guys combined for single digits this week. If it wasn't for Mark Andrews going off, Ben J would have had a Griff-esque week this week. So pretty tough one for him. On the other hand, Screeds is doing well, and I don't think Christian McCaffrey's come anywhere close to hitting his ceiling yet. Baker is underwhelmed, to say the least, but if he figures it out at all, McCaffrey's ceiling I still think is higher than anyone else in the league, and Screeds picks up first one of the year despite a kind of a poor start from McCaffrey.
Yeah, he looks good. What's his points for out of everyone, Griffey? Do you know right now?
What's Screed's overall points for?
Yeah, because I think he's actually put up some decent numbers so far, despite the
I can
losses,
look that
if
up
I remember correctly. All you were talking about, that he kind of showed up this week too, and it got you thinking about his team a little bit.
Yeah, someone else should look that up because it breaks the audio when I bring up a browser here.
Oh yeah, I can't either. Good show. Good show.
Oh, pretty elite. How about Drake London? That guy looks like he's going to be a monster. Couple of rookie receivers. So I really like George Pickens as my breakout rookie receiver this year. And he obviously had the sick catch on Thursday night. But Drake London and Chris Olave look like they're going to be the real breakout receivers this year.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, he's been good too. But he has Zach Wilson coming back, so everyone in New York's going to take a hit from a fantasy standpoint when he gets back.
What if Zach Wilson just balls out?
Hey, I mean, that's what they drafted him for, but he didn't show it last year, that's for sure.
No. And didn't he have like a scandalous off-season rumors about him too?
Yeah.
I feel like Wally would know a lot about that. What was up with the Zach Wilson rumors there, Wally?
Is banging one of his mom's friends. And Screeds
is that confirmed?
Is the 4th in points scored. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Mormon.
His ex-girlfriend said something on a platform that I don't have.
Okay.
So I can't confirm it. I don't do Instagram like you young kids do.
Okay, so she said that on Instagram, huh?
He's kind of like a Brandon Davies sort of a Mormon. Remember that guy? Deep. That was a deep.
I do.
That's a deep cut right there.
The guy that wore a t-shirt and jeans to Larson's wedding?
No. Good lord. Is this guy even in the same stratosphere? What is going on with him?
What was he saying? What did that?
He's foot drunk. He's drunk off feet right now.
That's fucking crazy.
Hey, can you guys tell anyone who's watching live how Schmitty joined us here?
I don't think it's
No,
appropriate for
I
me to
won't.
say.
I won't. I'm not.
Well, he was. I guess this is a tradition. He was giving Melissa a Tuesday night foot rub, which
Which would
is
be
tradition.
innocuous
And
for most folks.
I think it's fine. It's a good, nice thing that our young man is doing, and we're all proud of him. There's nothing weird about it, and we have no other context, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
No
Good,
other
good.
texts in the group chat come into play at all. That's great.
That's good to know.
Screeds, are you watching live? Do we know if Screeds is watching live? Fucking foot guy Screeds.
Why do you guys gotta put that on screens?
He
Dude.
just seems like a foot guy. He just seems like a foot guy.
And the fact
No-
that
no
Schmitty would say
evidence,
it is
it's
what's
just
so
a-
bad.
Oh man.
What has this turned into? Next match.
All right, next matchup, Griff. Let's go.
Well, we've had Schmitty versus Jim up here for a while, but we haven't talked about it yet.
Okay.
Ooh, let's delve into that. Yeah.
Jim
just
gets a
played
win.
him.
Jim, coming hot off his championship last year, is starting off 3-0. A big week this week. Look at the running backs he got there. Nick Chubb in the 3rd round. Damian Pierce in like the 6th or I think it was the 7th round. That's looking solid. If he wasn't such a moron with his wide receiver picks, he would be unstoppable. But even with what he went with there, like it wouldn't be shocking for Juju to put it together. The top wide receiver for Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna be solid. And Lazard's been serviceable since he came back. We're not like a real high volume offense, but if Lazard scored like 10 touchdowns, I would not be at all surprised. So Jim is really good, and he's got Javonte Williams, who is kind of in the Tony Pollard, Ezekiel Elliott type of a situation with Melvin Gordon. He's just clearly better.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jim's got a lot of
Do
potential.
not try to tell that to Derek. Derek's not accepting of the fact that like 28-year-old Melvin's worse than 22-year-old Javante at this point.
That's so funny.
Derek would say like John Clay is a top 5 NFL running back. He just didn't get the right opportunities. That would be a take he would come up with.
He's supposed to give it a chance. But yeah, Jim's like we talked about this before we got the live stream started. Shout out technology and stuff. Jim seems really good, and Javante is like at his valley. Like this is his worst, about as bad as it can get. Denver scoring like 13 points a game or something.
Yeah, that can't continue. There's no
They
way.
have to get better. He's gonna get the ball more. Jim's got a legit team, and Cooper Kupp is apparently unstoppable. So yeah, I like his team.
He's good.
Schmitty's fine. It just ran into a buzzsaw and had a
What's this
off week, I guess.
French?
Schmitty, you probably feel
French
good.
name. Well, Monsieur. Why not go with Mister there?
We're really running this back. I'm not going into that either. Go to the next match.
Go to the next match.
Explain to the folks at home what Monsieur Candy means.
What are we doing here? Move on.
All right, Griff. What's the next one? We going to the science deniers? Fucking
Oh,
Kyrie
yeah.
Irving, staying
we
over there.
gotta talk about those guys because they are legitimate. That's a pretty
Science
team.
deniers versus the Supreme Chancellor. It's Josh Allen versus the Supreme Chancellor here. That's what we got.
And
Pretty much.
guess who won?
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
I don't think Nick's team is good.
Yeah, you are pretty
It's
What?
not.
What's my
It's
lowest? What's my lowest score this year in my 3 games, Griff?
It's a 3-game sample size. It really doesn't matter. You've been performing well. It's just statistically impossible, given the lineup that you have here, for that to continue.
It's only going to get better.
It is not going to get better. Brian Robinson is going to come back, and Antonio Gibson is
No,
not
no,
going to
no.
play.
He got
Alvin
shot.
Kamara has been straight up bad. and I don't see that
And
changing.
that's why he's why he's going to get better. He only has Ingram behind him. He doesn't have somebody that's going to take his job from him.
Yeah,
So
but they're not using him in the pass game like he's been used in the past.
they're
Jameis
they're
Winston's
gonna
pushing the ball down the field. It's not going to change. Debo Samuel is
is
bad
good.
as a fantasy option. He's like the worst wide receiver one in the
He
league.
keeps scoring touchdowns, and he keeps getting yards. He didn't this
He's
week, I
gonna
don't
get
think, but
he's gonna get like 60 carries in 70 catches on the year, and somehow he'll like overachieve and score 7 touchdowns. But I just don't think he's going to be reliable like he was last year. Thielen is washed, eked out a touchdown for you this week. The one good player you have on your team is Christian Kirk. He looks really good.
he's legitimate, dude.
And the
He's
Jaguars look
produced
really
every
good.
single week. Yeah, and their offense is legit, and he's like the number one passing threat on that offense.
Darren Waller's got a horrible quarterback who apparently is going to the Hall of Fame.
That's another thing. Waller's gonna play better too than he has so far.
He's not. They got to force
He
feed
dropped a
Devontae and
touchdown.
He
Hunter
did drop a
Renfro.
touchdown.
Hunter Renfro didn't even play. He's going to take targets away from Waller. And then Mac Hollins, is it? Looks like an
Dude,
absolute monster.
I don't like that guy. He looks really, really good. That's not
And
good either.
so for there's just not enough footballs to go around over there. And
Well,
Zeke Elliott is obviously toast, like decrepit.
He's toast. Hey, but I got Jamal Williams, and Swift is hurt.
That'll get
It's
you
a
by
short-term
for a
option.
couple weeks.
Yeah,
Short-term
Craig
option.
Reynolds is going to take over that spot, though.
nice.
You guys watch some Craig Reynolds on Hard Knocks at all? Seems like a good
No.
guy.
Not at all.
I think I should watch Hard Knocks because I live. No. Jamal's the one that got all the limelight and did that speech and stuff this year, wasn't he?
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
little bit of
well,
that going
also-
on.
Wasn't it Campbell that got all the?
Dan Campbell got a lot of
Highlights.
airtime. David Blau got a lot of airtime.
Okay.
Craig Reynolds. Yeah, I mean, they kind of focus on a lot of guys that are on the bubble, right? So, like, half the guys they focus on don't make the team, half do. Craig Reynolds was a guy who almost didn't make the team from the looks of it, and kind of was a guy that does all the little things right, and guys loved him, and he broke a couple big runs in the preseason, and so that's their third running back. But he's going to steal some points from your boy Jamal Williams. That's my projection.
No.
How about Derek's team here?
I actually don't see any issues there. He's got Godwin coming back. He can start playing Olave a little bit more freely, and Hunt can possibly be benched, or if St. Brown or Amon-Ra, the sun god's out, he can still play Hunt.
He's
as a
got
solid
Olave,
flex.
did you say, on the bench?
Yep. Olave.
Dude, his
Godwin
wide
when he's
receivers
ready.
are sick. Dude, Waddle, Judy, Amon-Ra, Chris Godwin when he's back, and Olave.
Amon-Ra's legitimate too, dude.
Derek crushed at wide receiver.
He's significantly better than his brother. Like, it's
Yeah.
insane.
What are you looking at over
yeah,
there,
I don't-
Schmitty?
I don't see anything to worry about for Derek. He's high in points, I believe, and second in the league in standings. So nothing to worry about there. I think Larson, you are a little bit overperforming to start the year. Allen, I wasn't like being fully serious this morning, but he did underthrow the ball so bad that they were showing a replay of the play before, or one of the plays before, that Allen might have hit his hand on someone's helmet.
No.
And that could have been part of it. I don't think that's accurate, but I mean, he's just waiting for an injury at this point. They run him way too much.
He gets
Cam
hit a
Newton,
lot, dude.
Just
He gets
think
hit
of
a lot.
Cam Newton. He was a stud for like 3-4 years, and then just got beaten up. That could
Well-
be the same thing. Same body type.
This ain't gonna
Allen's
be
got a
the
better
year.
arm.
He's too resilient. He's too strong.
I hope so. Like, honestly, if the Packers aren't going to win Super Bowl, like, I would prefer the Bills.
Me too. They're fun to watch, and Bills fans getting a dub would be pretty cool and
Oh, dude, I'm rooting for the Browns.
nice.
Jesus Christ, kill yourself, Griff.
Yeah. But JK YouTube, if that's not allowed to say.
No, yeah. I mean, Yeah.
Who else would be fun to see? The Jaguars. I'm kind of pro Jaguars this year.
I'd be okay
Very
with Jags.
Jaguars. Hopefully
Dude, I hope
do
they
well.
make the playoffs. Yeah.
I'm a big Doug Peterson guy.
Yes. He seems to have a knack for getting teams to rally around him. Right when he took over the Philly job, that was a pretty that wasn't a very glamorous spot to land. So
Yeah. It's
He
crazy
won
how recent he won a Super Bowl and
with
not
Nick
that long ago.
Foles, and then they
Yeah.
fired him. It was insane.
Not that long after either. But
Did we make it through everyone there? Yeah, I think. Oh no, we didn't go over tripod versus Wally here.
Yeah,
Let's take a
I
look
was
at
hoping
that
we'd
one.
skip that.
let's really
Yeah.
delve into this.
My team's bad.
My gosh,
mean-
you had to go beast mode week 1.
I know. So here's the deal. Kelsey dropped a touchdown at the end of the game. Gabe Davis dropped a touchdown. And I don't know about the rest. The Miles Sanders thing's going to be a hit or miss, and Taylor's obviously going to be not as expected. So I might be in some trouble.
Dude, your receivers are looking brutal.
Yeah.
And I actually like all those guys. Well, I haven't been a big Claypool guy, but I liked Gabe Davis. I liked Elijah Moore. Sterling Shepard's always been good when he's been healthy, which hasn't been very often. And Keenan Allen's fine. I've kind of projected Mike Williams to be the number 1 there, but why aren't they throwing the ball to Gabe Davis? I know he got hurt. And why aren't they throwing the ball to Elijah Moore also?
Garrett Wilson. I think Garrett Wilson might just be flat out better.
Which is crazy because they've
sucks.
been raving about Eli Moore over there for the last year and a half.
Yeah, he had a big weeks say 14 through 18 last year. I don't know. I just don't think I got. I don't know what I can even do with my setup here. I have to have Taylor go off and then trade him for a receiver and a lesser running back to try to figure my shit out.
I don't know. He might bounce back even with Matt Ryan being trash. He produced week 1.
Yeah, but the team is just pure shit. They tied the Texans week 1
Yeah.
when he produced.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, I don't know.
And, I mean, it wasn't going to matter if any of those things happened or if Mahomes and Kelsey had the touchdown, if Gabe Davis had a touchdown that he dropped, if Miles Sanders played a little bit better or more snaps. Wouldn't have mattered. I ran into a buzzsaw. Lamar had 42, and James Robinson... James Robinson, what the fuck? That makes no sense. Same injury that Cam Akers had later on in time, and he's averaging 7 yards a carry or something.
Dude, Nick, what are you doing over there? Dear Lord.
I'm not sure.
I'll mute him for a second. That was rough. Holy smokes.
So yeah, we can move on. Tripods team's good. McLaurin's got to kind of pick it up a little bit. Otherwise, fairly solid. Lockett's even getting targets, and Geno Smith's not as bad as we think.
Should we take a little look ahead for next week here?
yes.
Anything that my team's ever going to do is irrelevant. But hey, I did Dunchain myself at this point last year and rallied back to a first place regular season finish. So keep that in mind.
I will not keep that in mind, but okay.
Hey, back-to-back first place regular season. You're not that gets zero weight and credence from you.
No, your team's just bad right now, so I can't give that credence.
What's bad? Where am I getting? Well, my quarterback and running back 2 are pretty bad. Who's my matchup this week?
Some French guy, Mr. Candy.
Mr. Candy. The
Who I-
Candyman can. Nick, should I unmute you there, or are you going to make noises in our ears here?
In the bathroom blowing my nose.
He's back. What was going on there, buddy?
I'd, had to go pee and blow my nose. Could you hear me blowing my nose in the bathroom there?
Nah, I muted you.
Oh. Yeah. Anywho, what's going on? What are you guys talking about over here?
Hey, good dry run for UFC live stream. Wally, when are you gonna get into some dragon lore so we can talk some House of Dragon
Ooh,
on here?
come on, Wally. We need to talk some hot D.
I'm not talking dragons.
Some hot tea. We can draft, do an cube and draft Magic the Gathering and play a tournament.
Oh, Smitty, I actually do want you to mentor me in some Magic the Gathering. I would like that.
All right, I'll order starter decks right now.
Is Magic the Gathering well positioned to do a live stream?
Yeah, they do it all the time. I'll try to see if I can find the YouTube video of me actually playing in a tournament. Where,
Dude, you have to find it.
Literally, hovering over the mats I'm playing.
Is it a pretty elite strategy? There's skill.
It's a tried and true tournament card playing game. There are professionals. Yes, it is extreme. It's highly skill based.
And there's a lot more strategy than the Pokemon trading card game. It's a lot deeper. And
is it a prideful thing, competition based? You win, your opponent loses, you get to puff up your chest and feel better than them. Is that?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, dude, I'm all for it.
I've gone down to the local card shop down the street when there's newer set releases. Get draft. It's awesome. Or alternatively, get beat by a 12-year-old and be like, "Why the fuck am I here right now?"
Okay, that would hurt my pride.
No, that rules. You should just beat them into submission and completely demoralize them.
I'm not gonna rip you for sitting there for card releases for bottle releases for liquor, but card releases for Pokemon cards. Come on.
You'll love it.
I just found a holographic Mewtwo in my old Pokemon cards. Is that good?
Probably
Hey, yeah, you
$40 maybe.
You could sell it for probably around there. If it was something crazy like first, second edition, then you'd have some money ready to be made. But I don't know what it says on there, Griffey.
I'll have to check it out. I think I got it in my car right now.
What kind of condition is it in?
Oh, it's in good condition.
Is it really?
It's probably
yeah.
not.
I mean, it's been in
Unless you put it
a sleeve. It's not mint. It's not been.
right away.
Yeah, it's not been in a lacquer, case or anything, but just in a plastic sleeve and inside a book for the past 20 years.
It's probably fancy lad beer money. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, I would take a fancy lad beer. What's coming down the chute from Barrel Theory here coming up, Schmitty?
Their barrel aged stout coming, but they're usually they won't announce anything until maybe 2 or 3 weeks prior to release. But I will for October 22nd for those who are so privileged to be with us for maybe the best UFC card of the year. I'll be
25 days.
I'll be pulling out all the stops. We got some heavy hitters.
Whoa!
Nice.
I thought we were doing the October 22nd at my place.
Yeah, I thought so too. Yeah.
Okay.
I
You're
in
bringing the
Woodbury,
beer.
yeah.
I'm supplying the location. Okay. I was struggling to listen there for a second.
maybe this will make an appearance for all the people at home. For the Hudson family, a little Casanova store pick Weller full proof for all the good people.
What is that an imperial stout or something, Schmitty? Where it's
This is
18%.
bourbon.
Oh,
This is
bourbon. I can't even see it from here.
from our good friends at Casanova.
So only you and Derek will like that,
Yeah.
is what you're saying.
Doubtful. An incredible bourbon. I waited in line from 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. for it.
Oh my gosh.
We heard. Larson, you were on the group chat the whole day.
Yeah, that was something.
That's insane.
When you
Pure
could just
insanity.
buy Windsor and have some Diet Coke with it, and it's just phenomenal.
Shame on
Devil.
Wally's
Oh,
got the
my
Windsor
God.
right
Yeah,
there.
Windsor.
Oh, it's just great.
that's
great
great.
stuff.
Oh man. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot a little bit here. I want to do a weekly Schmitties and Chads
Ooh.
Gosh.
since we got you here. I'll give you guys a little bit of an opportunity to think things over here. I want to give my Chad of the week to Nick Larson for returning here to the podcast,
Oh.
much vaunted. Additionally,
like it.
for battling through grayscale and other ravenous skin diseases. He's kind of a warrior that way. I think a lesser man would have succumbed to all the skin issues you've had by now. So I want to give you a tip of the cap for hanging in there that way. Schmitty of the week. I'm going to have to give my Schmitty, and these, of course, don't have to be football related, but I'm going to give mine to Joe Flacco. Not getting
Okay.
it done for me.
Good choice.
Yeah,
Good choice.
he's
Yeah,
my
I mean,
Schmitty
that's-
this week.
It's very fair. I can go with I got a Chad for sure, and it's Lamar. Derek, for some reason, irrationally hates him, and he's just fucking destroying the league on a contract year.
Racism.
Very, very alpha of him to do that. Man, I'm trying to think. Just as a Schmitty, the entire Arizona Cardinals franchise, they're terrible, and they should be 0-3. But the
Dude.
Raiders are also extra shitty too, and they blew a 16-point lead or something like that, 15-point lead. So I'm just gonna basically take the implied 0-3 Cardinals to go with Lamar as the alpha there.
I like it.
I
Schmitty,
like
you
it.
have a Schmitty?
I have a Chad. My Chad of the week is Hurricane Ian.
Let's
They're on,
go.
they're on a crash course for Florida. Hopefully, the Tampa area. For all you bettors out there,
Hopefully the Tampa area.
that hurricane, and hopefully that stadium holds up so that they can play Sunday night. Everyone's going to rally around the Buccaneers. That is your mortal lock of the century. Tampa Bay money line. Book it right now. Get all your tickets in.
Who are they
That
playing?
is- they are playing
Chiefs.
the Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Okay.
My Schmitty of the week.
Do not book that, by the way. Do not book that money line.
I don't have a Schmitty of the week. That's kind of lame to have a Schmitty of the week because that's me. So
Toes.
Did you just pick yourself?
I guess the Schmitty of the week would be me. I have to give a best man speech on Saturday for my brother's wedding in front of almost 400 people. So that's going to be.
Oh, dude.
I'll have my wife record that.
Please do.
That-
Please do.
That'll be podcast material.
That will be podcast material. So I'll make sure Melissa's on the ones and twos.
Oh man, that rules. Dude, you just gotta, have a little liquid courage beforehand, and it'll make everything better. That's the key.
Yes, if I can even be half as good as Kirk was for Derek's wedding, I'll be very fun.
Are you a write things down type of a guy, or are you just off the cuff?
I'm a write things down guy for sure. I
Well,
won't be
if-
able to go.
If
Off the
something
cuff.
pops into your head, just go with it. Let it out. Don't hold it in.
Yeah.
Hey, compliment the bride in an excessive and weird way. That's my advice for a good best man speech.
Okay.
Hey, no one was at my wedding, but I thought Nick did a very nice job of complimenting the bride to an appropriate level.
To an appropriate degree, yeah. I made sure
Yeah.
I just said, yeah. Like, I didn't want to go like, wow, take a look at that gal, you know?
A Brent Musburger level.
Dude, that was completely innocuous in Brent rules, and that was really weird how mad everyone got about that. He was just like being complimentary.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
there was a fixation there, but
It got to be a little, but it was like it's just like an old guy. He wasn't being like perverted, you know. He was just like,
no.
he was just like, wowza, look at that gal, you know. Like, my heavens, I haven't seen a gal, you know, like that since the 1940s, you know, homecoming. But I always felt bad for him after that. But
That guy
whatever.
rules.
He's kind of funny.
He had a good voice for college football. Who do you got
He
this
did,
week,
yeah.
Schmitty and Chad Larson?
My Chad is gonna be surprising, but it's Schmitty, for not giving a shit about what anyone thinks and just.
this?
Is it too late to take it back after that reaction? But for not caring what anyone thinks and genuinely saying very entertaining things in the group chat that I really appreciated. I thought it was hilarious. So I was loving it. Everyone else was like, "What in the world's going on?" But I was, heart reacting to all that. So I think it's very funny. I wanted to continue, and I want your neighbors to keep getting mad at you, Shmi. That was also funny. That was making me laugh Sunday. So
the Chronicles here for sure. I'll have you guys over for a game. We'll get fun.
And then Schmitty,
Dragon Talk.
no, that's Alpha. You know what? I'm you know what? Globalists are the Schmitty of the week because Maloney won in Italy, and it's a big blow to the adrenochrome drinkers. It's kind of a tough break for them. So
Can you tell us a little bit about Maloney? I don't know.
no,
Hold
just
this
go
a little
you're
bit
talking
further
about.
away from your face. We're kind of getting there. You
go watch her speech. It was good.
That's all you got.
Yeah,
No,
that's all.
thanks.
That's all I
I'm
got.
not
I don't want to
watching-
elaborate.
I'm
so.
not watching an Italian person's speech.
So, Jimmer
Yeah, don't
will
speak
agree
Italian.
with me. Oh yeah, they transcribed it.
Actually,
to the
I do
appropriate
have one.
language.
I do have one more Schmitty of the week, because I'm scrolling through Twitter right now. It's this Russell Wilson fucking sandwich commercial. Have you guys seen that yet? It is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life.
It's really bad.
That guy
actually.
is just a fucking chode. Like, I swear to God, his wife is probably a beard at this point. She has to hate him. Future's going to fucking shoot him in the head. That guy's such a fucking chode, raising Future's kid. That dude's gonna kill him. Russell Wilson's objectively the biggest fucking nerd in the fucking world.
Hey,
Not even opinion there. Although I do hate him, if you're asking about an opinion, that guy just fucking sucks.
I mean, I just resent him because he broke our hearts in the NFC Championship game. I have literally no logical reason to dislike him.
How about the
But
Rose
I-
Bowl?
That's logical. Yeah, he also
Well,
went
it's
to
not.
Wisconsin.
The Rose Bowl
Didn't
wasn't his
suck
fault.
for us. He was
Didn't get
great
the-
until we had to beat
the
Ohio
spike.
State and Michigan State.
Didn't get the
Oh,
spike out in time.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, he was pretty great that year.
Yeah, he had a good
Yeah,
year.
it was so great that we lost to Kirk Cousins' Michigan
Oh
State
my
team
gosh.
in the regular season.
Well, that was
the
the Hail Mary.
Hail Mary?
That was the Hail Mary, and yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Don't
I got a
care.
bonus
I fucking hate that guy.
Chad for you guys. Kevin Black, head coach of the River Falls wrestling program.
Nice.
That guy rules.
Griffey is becoming a River Falls wrestling fan. That's
Hey,
his,
I
big
guess
stick
not.
in
Now
the-
that I'm moving across the river, I'm gonna have to become like. How's the Royals wrestling program?
Stillwater's very, very good, but Woodbury doesn't. Oh, Woodbury has a really good young kid right now. that placed at state as a middle schooler. So, but Stillwater's very good. They'll be like top 3 in the state again.
How about who's better, Eastridge or the Royals?
I don't know anymore. It used to be Eastridge, but then that coach got canned, and their good kids moved to other schools like Stillwater and a couple other schools. So I don't know how good they are anymore.
Okay. How's
But-
the Roseville program supposed to be this year?
Well, it's got a heck of a coach leading the way,
Roseville.
Nathaniel Thomey. And people don't know this. Thomey actually pronounced Thomey, even though we all call him Tomey, and he just never corrects anyone. Pretty funny.
Interesting.
You let that go too long. Hey, we got to go back to Tanyan for Bob Tanyan.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like he won some people over to the Tunyon side there. But we got to get back on Tanyan because if you don't correct people soon enough, it's your burden to bear. We've all learned your name a certain way. You can't go changing it on a whim.
Bob time.
Agreed.
Whatever happened to Richard Rogers?
He's the GOAT for catching that pass. That's all that matters.
Speaking of Hail Marys.
He is still in the league collecting
No way.
paychecks.
No
Well, he
way.
went to he went to Philly, and then where else did he go?
I think he's with the Chargers right now.
Okay.
I don't believe that.
Hey, I was thinking about adding a little trivia section to the podcast
Ooh, that
at
would
some
be,
point.
That's a good segment idea, Griffey. Actually, yeah.
And a big category on there would be where did this guy play in college?
Well,
Dude,
we would all
Rodgers
lose, and Wally
is-
would win every time.
Just to
Rodgers
see
is
what-
on the
California.
Chargers, or he was on the Chargers on the practice squad, but he was Cal. Dick Rod was Cal. That's right.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Hey, where did
already said beat you to the punch?
I got one for you, Wally. Where did Gerald Everett?
No, I know
play?
you. I knew you knew already.
Gerald
Where did
Everett?
Gerald Everett play college ball?
I have no clue.
Stanford.
That was just the most random. I don't know either. I just
wasn't
picked a random
Stanford.
guy.
I don't know.
Stanford. Complete.
Man,
Schmitty, pull that
Out of
V-neck
nowhere.
down a little bit. Show us a little bit more there. There you go.
that's less than we usually see from him here. Video quality
Yeah.
really good this way, Schmitty. We might have to try just normal like or like Apple headphones with the cell phone next time if this worked for you. It turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
It's an option.
Nope.
We turned things around pretty well after we got the technical difficulties sorted out here. Do you have any hot dragon, House of the Dragon chat here before we go? So, will you let us indulge the viewers for a moment, Wally?
Gerald Everett played at South Alabama. I don't think anyone was getting there. No one was getting to that one.
I'm glad you looked it up. So
I was confused.
Well, keep that in the back of your mind for future reference.
yeah.
I will. I have nothing for Game of Dragons. That shit's just garbage. Every time I see you guys talking about it, I just cringe and think of something clever to say, but I can't. And I know Derek just loves to get pissed, but here's my theory, and I'll explain it a little bit. So this is definitely not as good as Game of Thrones because the rate that you guys talked about Game of Thrones on the other chat was an excessively higher rate than this. So I'm just assuming this is lesser quality, and that's the only assumption I have.
I mean,
Tell me I'm wrong if you want, but that's just what I'm going off of.
it doesn't command the same amount of. I don't know. We probably don't care about the outcome of this as much as we did about Game of Thrones, but it is a nice story in the Westerosi universe. I really like it. What do you guys think? I mean, I think it's
So
very positive.
That language right there is what sets it off, though. It's it's a nice story. It's great to watch, and every week you're like, oh, I really enjoyed it. Instead of slightly more optimistic or enthusiastic
Emphatic.
wording of
Yeah.
holy fuck, guys, that was insane.
Yeah.
Did you see the
I
red
mean,
wedding?
it is
Oh.
essentially this more so than the original show. Even it is a soap opera with dragons. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean, but
Well,
I
it's
get I can pretend to nod along though.
and this way more so than Game of Thrones. Like it really is. But there's a lot of good, characters, and
Less
I like it.
less redeeming and cool characters.
Yes,
like
yeah,
in the
absolutely.
original, some of those Stark boys, obviously Jon Snow and Robb Stark and those sorts of guys were compelling, but they were also just like good humans. And I don't know, I feel like having a redeeming character like that is kind of what made the show.
Helps.
There's obviously like
Yeah.
the dark, gritty, and gray characters, and that's fine. That's kind of what makes
Yeah.
this genre
But
what
it's
it is.
nice.
But you need something to oppose that, right?
Yeah, there's so much cynicism and like
Yes.
gritty realness, especially in this, that when you don't have the Starks, or you don't have like even like a Beric Dondarrion, or somebody that's like one of those figures, is or a Jeremy Mormont, or it's harder when you don't have the pure good characters. But I guess you could say the Strongs.
Yeah, I agree. And Alicent to some degree so far.
I mean, I'm more on her team than Rhaenyra so far.
What has she done that's
but,
bad?
Well, everyone disagrees with you. The entire House of Dragons,
That's
fan
because
base
they
disagrees
hate
with
traditional morality in
yeah, that's
America.
true. I mean, that's what it is. And Rhaenyra is like the free spirited, like feminist,
Yeah.
archetype. So they all like her, but it's gonna get bad. You're not gonna be able to defend anybody in this. Wally, before we stop talking about this, just tell us if you're a blacks or a greens guy. And Schmitty and Griffey don't even know probably what these factions are yet
Well,
for sure.
I know, yeah, I do, but
Go
You
with-
kind of
I'll
do already.
go
Blacks
with
or greens?
The blacks.
Okay. Base
I like
kind of.
it. Hey, Schmitty, I have a
Schmitty?
question for you.
Blacks.
Do you have a yeah, do you have a preference or suggestion on which clip I should try and make into a short based on the Packers corner?
Ooh.
I couldn't hear you very well.
I don't think any of us could. I couldn't hear him either.
Oh, there you
now
go.
we,
That's better.
now we can. Yeah.
Your dad's Aaron Rodgers rant.
Okay.
Well, which one? He talked about him the whole time.
Well, I can piece together different parts, but an Aaron Rodgers focused one.
Yeah.
What
He's
about
been,
a two?
on Aaron's
A
case?
two. Yeah, it's been great though. It's good content.
Man, I swear to God, you guys keep calling him or fucking whatever, like dirty hippie. I'm gonna kill some people.
You're not joining us with the Aaron Rodgers pessimism?
No. Not at
Wally,
all.
I'm sticking up for you. If you listen to Packers Corner, I'm
He is.
optimistic about our
Schmitty's-
good friend number 12.
Schmitty's pouring cold water on all that when it's going down.
I'm less anti-12 and more pro-10.
Who's
Nice.
on the bottom here?
Oh, somebody's just joining.
Oh, we gotta. Oh, someone is in the chat room or in the.
No, they literally joined the video.
It's
hopefully
just
it's
a
our
random
boy
individual.
Cool. That would
can't
be
see.
dope if it was that cool guy.
Oh, that guy rules.
I don't have the link like publicly available, so I don't know. Only someone in the group chat could have got in there.
Someone's
Griffey,
ruining our beta
Please
boys.
shout that guy out.
Oh yeah,
His hand is just hovering. Kill
I'm
this
gonna
person.
kick him out of there. What was that guy? Cool guy.
Dude, what a name. An all-time name. Seriously, an all-time name.
Hey, if he's tuned in, I'd love to have him on the show to discuss
Cool guy.
Schmitty's physique.
Oh,
Dude.
cool guy. Yeah, he's in for a treat next week. You're not gonna be able to see my face.
Oh, you're
You're gonna
zipping down
see
the shirt just to show off
Nipples
the cleavage
and
to
stomach.
start, then
The
just
whole
Hulk
fucking
ripping
podcast.
it off.
Oh,
You'll be lucky
no.
to see my face. You'll see all the other parts. Cool
Gar's
guy.
gonna have a stroke if he sees any more Schmitty skin here.
No. Gar's cool with it. I know he is. He totally supports it.
Have you asked him yet?
I don't think.
I don't think he supports it enthusiastically. I think he's raising his eyebrows a little bit.
He's tolerating it.
Well,
I mean, once we get like a very like heated win, like I mean, you're gonna see nipples. You're gonna see some stuff.
Schmitty. Do we need to go there?
Yes, Smitty, go
mean-
there.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Whatever.
I want to see some, euphoric exclamations and so forth coming from you. That would be great. But
Yeah, that'll happen too.
Okay.
I just hope you get to munch on some toes, Schmitty, and I hope you get to do that next week after the dub.
It would be a really cool segment, wouldn't it? How
Yes.
many toes?
that would be just great. Yeah,
How
that's-
was the
your wife
munching
on
this
some interview
weekend?
After.
That's the segment. How many toes?
All right. Well, hopefully you guys covered this on Packers Corner. But if you look at the next 5 weeks, we got Patriots, Giants, Jets all at home. Then at the formerly Redskins for our next 4.
Yes, it's
So we're looking juicy.
Yep.
So I hope you guys covered
Yeah.
that. That's a nice
we did.
start before we kind of get to the tougher
Dude, you
part.
got to
The
check
meat of
out
the
the
schedule.
Packers
Pick your
corner.
best- well, I
It's,
didn't-
it's some
I
good
didn't
stuff
watch
there,
it.
Wally.
You guys
I
posted
watched it all this
yesterday
week.
at midnight, so I didn't
Yeah.
watch it.
Yeah,
I watched
well,
it at like 5 in the morning.
we basically described it as it's a get right month. Like literally, the offense needs to use these next 4 games and just get right. Like
Yep.
turn it up, get Dobbs
Um,
going, get Watson, get these guys acclimated.
Yep.
We're
And,
gonna be touchdown favorites against all these teams. I
Hey,
assume.
mean,
I just want to go on
Sammy
record.
Watkins during this stretch,
Well-
or do we leave him on?
Dobbs
he's gone.
Dobbs is the truth, so we don't need him.
We have
Yeah,
4
Aaron-
viewers still, guys. That's kind of shocking to
Aaron
me.
was loving up on Dobbs and Pat McAfee this morning.
Was he good?
Oh yeah,
Oh, I
He-
gotta watch that too. I didn't fucking watch that today.
yeah. Rogers joked with Dobbs before they walked out for the game, and he's like, "Hey, great day to catch a touchdown, isn't it?" And Dobbs cracked a half smile and went on and proceeded to catch 8 balls. So I think we got a good one.
8 targets, 8 catches. We got to throw him the ball some more.
And Rogers loves that he catches with his hands. Loves
Yeah.
it. That's all the kid does. We are so fortunate.
And I
All
think
praise
Lawson brought it up earlier.
Be the goodie.
Tunyon's looking a little bit better each week. That could be, back to full health by halfway through the season or something.
That would be nice.
I think it's getting to be close to my bedtime here, guys. I think I.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
hit
gotta
the
turn up.
Hey, we made
Phone's
it
about
through
to
without
die.
any hail this week, so I got to turn that into a short too.
That's
Make it like a
big.
big dramatic, like the house got hit by a
Yeah,
hurricane.
you could put a nice edit in there and really
So,
milk those views. Shouts out, cool guy.
Ooh.
You're my boy.
What if
Shout
that?
out.
How else could you
shout out
pronounce that?
Governor
Do you
of
think?
Georgia. Shout out. Yes. All right.
All right.
Peace, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night,
Dallas
Canada.
quarterback Cooper Rush for winning money line last night.
Got it done. Peace, guys.
See ya.